Hello and welcome to week 5 for ECE 410. I'm just going to go over what we're going to talk about, what you're going to read about and watch in ECE 410 week 5. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, here we go. So week 5 focuses on families and the impact of disability on families. Remember, we've talked about and I've shared in my feedback to a lot of people on your assignments, on your posts, that typically, and especially when we look at lots of models of disability, we focus on the child. But when we work in early childhood, we can't look at just the child. Children come with families. Children live in the context of the family. We look at Bronfenbrenner's model, right? We look at attachment theory. We look at these different theories and we look at Vygotsky's theory. We all see the importance of the family in working with the child. So we know as early childhood professionals that the family is an important part of working with the child. So we can't separate the child from their family. And in this module, I'm not separating the family from their child, but we're just taking a broader look at how do we think about, how do we support what is happening with the family. So I will have a separate video about your fieldwork site project. You'll see that and we'll go over that. So I have some videos. This video is about a family with two children who have undiagnosed disabilities and what their experience is. It's a video of their experience. Then we have the Croft article, which talks about how to talk to families about suspected delays and offers some very important tips to engaging in that conversation, which when we work in early childhood, we will have to engage in that conversation. There are often children come into our classroom and we notice, you know, there are some concerns that we have, and we have to share those with families. Um, and so having that conversation and knowing how to have that conversation is an important skill that we have to build. And Croft's article lays that out for us. And then we have the Ray article, the Ray Pewitt Kinder and George article about the importance of having partnerships with families in early childhood special ed and early intervention and what those partnerships look like. So the Ray Pewitt Kinder and George article is a very important article to read because we always want to ensure that we are not just working with families, but creating true partnerships with families in our work. Then we have the Macy article, um, the Macy and colleagues article about being culturally relevant and having culturally relevant services for young children with disabilities and what that looks like. Because, the families that we work with are from a variety of cultures, right? So, how do we have culturally relevant services? Finally, we have, I shouldn't say finally, next we have a very thoughtful video by a woman about what about the needs of families? Because families with children with disabilities have needs, and how do we support those needs? Again, we often focus on the child and what the child needs. How do we support the family's needs? And then we have another video, um, again, a very thoughtful video about children, siblings of children with disabilities. So, how do we support siblings of children with disabilities and what is their experience? There's the note-taking form if that helps you. That's an option. By Sunday, you should have your fieldwork timesheet check-in. So for the fieldwork hours that you've completed, if you could document that and submit a photo or submit a upload what you have so that I can see it. Ideally, you'll have 6 to 9 hours. We're still early in the semester, but I want to make sure that everyone has a placement and is working towards their fieldwork. And then the participation task for this week is 3 scenarios. So make sure that you include specific references to the readings and videos in your module, in your response. And then in your reply, uh, pick pick a colleague who chose a different, excuse me, scenario. And then imagine that you are the person in the scenario. How would your colleagues' response, what they say and what they don't say, because in some questions I say, what would you say? Which should you say? How would it make you feel? Okay. So I will record a separate video for your fieldwork site project. But I look forward to seeing your thoughtful, generative, insightful responses to week 5. I hope your fieldwork is going well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Don't forget, Maddie has SI hours, and SI hours are a great way to earn extra credit. Um, so please connect with Maddie. And I hope you have a great week. Be well.